Hi, I'm Pastor Chris, the senior minister of First Congregational Church of Naples, Florida, and also the founder and director of a mission agency called Supply and Multiply, which brings the gospel and the compassion of Christ to bear among the nations. Welcome to the Walking the Way podcast, episode number 2 of Reasons to Believe. There are a lot of things that confront our ability to find faith in God, to find the courage to accept the acceptance of God, to find evidence which supports belief in God. Here are 5 reasons why you can believe that God created everything. When we look around, don't we wonder sometimes where all of this came from? What is the purpose of my life? And if there is a purpose to my life, surely there must be a purposeful creator. And how may I know what that purpose is? And how may I find the courage to believe in something that I cannot see based on the evidence of the things that I do see? Here are 5 reasons why you can believe that God created everything. First, the universe had a beginning. Modern science suggests such a beginning as the Big Bang. We see that all of the light in the universe is proceeding from one central point, it seems, where everything burst into being. Now, the common explanation is that there was a vast nothingness, and somehow out of that nothingness, everything emerged. Now, you and I both know that if something has a beginning, it must have had something that set it in motion. A ball rolling down a hill must both have been created and designed to be perfectly spherical. Otherwise, how could it come to be so? Very randomly occurring in nature, almost unfathomable is the idea of something being perfectly formed, existing for a particular kind of purpose, and yet having no beginning, no one who caused it to exist. Everything that begins has a cause that's consistent with our experience of the world, of our own lives, and of everything we interact with. We can hardly conceive of a universe so finely tuned as this, and that's point number 2, that did not have an intelligent mind behind it, at least to set it into motion. The universe is precisely calibrated for life with regard to gravity, oxygen level, even planetary distances. All of these things seem to be so finely tuned to allow for life so as to be more complicated to explain by chaos and random chance than by some kind of intelligent design. A small change in fundamental forces would make life impossible. Just a little bit of tuning in another direction. The fine tuning of the universe suggests intentional design, not random choice. So point number 1, the universe had a beginning, and everything that has a beginning has a beginner. Point number 2, the fine tuning of the universe rather strongly suggests that the very fact of life is only made necessary, possible, which begs a necessity of some kind of intelligent mind behind it. What about DNA? Point number 3, DNA is an intricate, information-packed code, and it is the very language of life. As Dr. Francis Collins, the former head of the Human Genome Project, he said it this way: the genetic code is like a computer program, but far, far more advanced than any software ever created. The very fact of the fine-tuning of the universe, the fact of the beginning of the universe, and when we look at life, whether it be human life or all of the intricacies of the flora and fauna that we find in this world, the DNA is so finely tuned so as to be the most masterful software code ever devised or created. It must have a programmer. Point number 4, what about the beauty and order of nature? Nature reflects patterns, purpose, and mathematical precision, which begs a kind of authorship, a kind of creator behind those forces. The complexity of ecosystems, the human body, the laws of physics show order, not chaos. The Bible reflects this reality in Psalm chapter 19 and verse 1, where it says, "The heavens declare the glory of God." And what about the last of these 5 reasons why you can believe that God created everything: our deep desire for meaning. Humans naturally seek purpose, morality, and beauty. They seem to be woven into the very fabric even of our rather complicated DNA code, which allows for life. Right from the very start, when a human being bursts forth into this world, they begin to ask questions as to the nature and manner and purpose of their being. This existing inside of us beckons and calls to I would suggest to a higher order of creation than can be explained by random chance, chaos, and even the most fine-tuning of purely mechanical, evolutionary type of forces. The evidence all around us points to an intelligent creator, I would suggest, the universe, life, and even our deepest questions about meaning. They make a lot more sense if, in fact, God does exist. C.S. Lewis put it this way: I believe in Christianity as I believe that the sun has risen, not only because I see it, but because by it I see everything else. Listen, the evidence is there. It's up to you and I to explore it. God has placed everything at our fingertips in order for us to understand that the heavens declare His glory. The very nature of our creation reflects us having been created in His image, and you and I have the opportunity, if we will but explore and seek answers to our questions, to grow closer in our confidence and in our commitment, and even begin a relationship with the God who created us and beckons us into deeper, more close, redemptive relationship. Hey, God bless you today. I'm praying for you to explore these and other reasons to believe so that you might find life in Jesus the Christ, who beckons us, come home, come home. God bless you today. Amen.